Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to what's happening around the 49ers lately, you know that the team is always looking for ways to improve, especially on the defensive side. And this offseason, there's been a lot of talk about how the 49ers are doing everything possible to satisfy their defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, who, as you all know, has been a key figure in their defensive success over recent years. Saleh's defenses have always been aggressive, disciplined, and adaptable, and it seems like the 49ers are doing everything to keep that momentum going. One of the most recent moves in this direction involves bringing in some familiar faces, but also adding new talent, particularly on special teams and depth positions, to ensure that the team remains versatile and competitive. Recently, the 49ers signed Chazz Surratt, a name that's been buzzing around NFL circles, especially among fans who follow roster moves closely. Surratt, for those who might not be entirely familiar, is a linebacker who was drafted back in 2021 by the Minnesota Vikings in the 3rd round. Now, what's interesting about Surratt is that despite being a fairly high draft pick, his journey in the NFL has been quite a roller coaster. He never actually played in a regular season game for the Vikings on defense. Instead, he was used exclusively on special teams, which is often the case for rookies and players fighting to find their place on the roster. He appeared in 9 games his rookie season, mainly contributing on special teams, trying to carve out a niche for himself. But then things took a different turn. After being waived by the Vikings in 2022, Surratt was picked up by the New York Jets, a team that was, at the time, under the leadership of Robert Saleh as their head coach. Now, this connection is crucial because Saleh, who previously coached the 49ers defense, has always valued versatility in his linebackers. And Surratt, despite limited defensive snaps, showed enough in his appearances to catch Saleh's attention. Interestingly, his role with the Jets was more prominent than with the Vikings, including some on-field defensive usage, especially as a run defender. His opportunities on defense were still limited, but he demonstrated enough to keep the Jets interested even if he didn't see much playing time overall. Fast forward to the 2023 season, and Surratt was mostly on the practice squad with just 9 snaps on defense during the season. Yet here's where things get fascinating. His defensive usage increased significantly in 2024, coinciding with the period when Robert Saleh was fired by the Jets. An important detail because it indicates how much the coaching staff's philosophy and schemes influence a player's utilization. Surratt's main role appeared to be as a run defender in base packages, which speaks to his physicality and tackling ability. But now, with his signing by the 49ers, you have to ask yourself, what exactly is the plan? Most likely, he'll be used predominantly on special teams, given the team's recent pattern of signing players with special teams expertise. And considering the 49ers just signed a punter today, it's clear that their focus is heavily on bolstering the special teams unit, which has historically been a crucial part of their game plan. But of course, the big question for fans is, will Surratt have a shot at competing for a spot on the defense? Honestly, given the roster and the talent already in place, think of rookies like Nick Martin and D. Winters, it's unlikely that Surratt will push those guys out of the way to start in the base defense. Still, depth is everything in the NFL, especially for a team that's contending year after year. Special teams, as we all know, can be the difference maker in close games, especially in the playoffs. So his signing likely signals the 49ers' desire to improve their coverage units, kick blocks, and overall special teams performance, which has been a focus for Kyle Shanahan's team for quite some time. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. The 49ers are always strategic in their roster moves, and this offseason has been no different. They're not just signing players for the sake of it, every move seems to have a purpose. Bringing in Surratt, a versatile linebacker with special teams experience, fits perfectly with their philosophy of building a team that can adapt to any situation. Plus, with the concerns around linebacker depth and the need for reliable special teams contributors, this signing makes sense. It's about adding quality depth, about having options that can step in when needed without disrupting the core of your team. And what about the overall direction of the 49ers? As we're nearing the start of another NFL season, expectations are sky high. Fans are dreaming of another Super Bowl appearance, and the team's roster, with its mix of seasoned veterans and promising young players, is designed to maximize those chances. The defense in particular has always been a strong suit under Saleh's influence, and players like Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and Nick Bosa continue to be anchors. But it's not just about the stars, it's also about having a deep, versatile roster that can withstand injuries and strategic adjustments throughout the season. Looking at the current roster construction, it's evident that the 49ers are emphasizing special teams strength this year. The recent signing of a punter, as I mentioned earlier, and now Surratt's addition reinforced this theme. Kyle Shanahan has always valued special teams, understanding how crucial field position and turnovers are in winning games. And in a division as competitive as the NFC West, every little advantage counts. The 49ers have been consistently one of the most well-rounded teams in the league, and these moves highlight their commitment to maintaining that status. Now let's talk about some key players returning from injury and how that might impact the team's trajectory. Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Trent Williams. These guys are the heart and soul of the offense, and their health will be vital if the 49ers want a challenge for another Super Bowl. But the defense, which has been a cornerstone under Sale, remains a top priority. The addition of players like Surratt might not be headline-grabbing, but it's about building depth and versatility, traits that have helped the 49ers stay competitive even when injuries hit. Remember, last season was a testament to that resilience, with stars going down but the team still managing to compete at a high level. Furthermore, the draft class this year has been promising, especially with young linebackers and secondary players who could make an immediate impact. The 49ers have always been savvy in drafting and developing talent, and their focus on special teams and depth positions is a testament to their strategic planning. They want players who can contribute in multiple phases of the game, not just on offense or defense, but on special teams as well. That's a philosophy that has served them well and will continue to do so. As we look ahead to the season, the NFC West remains one of the most competitive divisions in football, with the Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Rams, and Arizona Cardinals all eager to make their mark. The Seahawks, with Geno Smith and a revamped defense, are looking to bounce back after last season's ups and downs. The Rams, despite their salary cap issues, still have talent and a championship pedigree. And the Cardinals, with their young quarterback and rebuilding efforts, could surprise some teams. But the 49ers, with their well-rounded roster, innovative coaching, and strategic additions like Surratt, are still favorites to dominate the division once again. And let's not forget about the quarterback position. Brock Purdy's emergence last year was one of the biggest stories of the NFL season. Coming in as Mr. Irrelevant, then leading the 49ers deep into the playoffs, he proved that the team's success isn't just about stars but also about a cohesive, well-coached system. If he can stay healthy and continue to develop, the 49ers' offense could be even more lethal this season. His chemistry with weapons like Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle makes the offense one of the most dangerous in the league. And with the addition of some depth at receiver and offensive line, Shanahan's unit will be ready to take on anyone. So as we analyze all these roster moves, new signings, and strategic decisions, one thing is clear. The 49ers are building a team that's not just aiming for the playoffs, but for another deep run, possibly a Super Bowl. Every move, even those that seem minor, like signing a linebacker primarily for special teams, fits into that bigger picture. It's about creating a well-oiled machine, resilient and adaptable, capable of overcoming adversity and rising to the occasion in big moments. Now, circling back to the big news about Surratt, it's interesting to see how the team's emphasis on special teams continues to be a theme. Special teams can often be the hidden difference in tight games, and the 49ers know that. They've always prioritized players who can contribute in multiple ways, and Surratt fits that mold. He's a player with a lot to prove, and perhaps the 49ers see potential in him that can be unlocked with the right coaching and a stable environment. It's a low-risk, high-reward move, typical of Shanahan's approach, adding depth without sacrificing the core. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this signing? Do you think Surratt has what it takes to make an impact, even if it's primarily on special teams? Are you excited about the overall direction of the team, especially with all these strategic moves? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. We're in for an exciting season, and I can't wait to see how everything unfolds. From training camp battles to the first game of the season, there's so much to talk about, and I'll be here every step of the way to keep you informed and engaged. Thanks for being part of this journey, 49ers fans. Let's go and let's bring home another Super Bowl.